Okay, so my apologies. Last week I said that we'd be releasing the firmware update this week. It was my birthday, so I thought it'd be a cool little gift before I ran off to New York for the weekend with the wife to bestow upon you that new firmware, but alas, it didn't happen. However, it's Mickey's birthday today, Friday. Happy birthday, Mickey. Everyone say, happy birthday, Mickey. So we're releasing the firmware update today. As I upload this, the firmware update is available at the forum, so you can go to the support section of islainstruments.com and download it. Now, I'm not going to go through every single fix because the fix list is absolutely huge, and we've got some tasty new features in there to talk about as well. So yeah, go to the forum. The user manuals, MIDI implementation, and all of that stuff has all been updated as well. As has the video user manual. That's excellent, done by Alex Ball. Many of you have probably already watched that video and noticed that there's stuff that, hang on, I don't have it in the firmware. Well, you will now as soon as you've installed this firmware update. So I won't talk about all of the fixes. I think nearly all of the ones that have been posted on the forum have been addressed. But so we can talk about some of the new features that are in there. The biggest ones of those, obviously, are the huge overhaul to live looping. Previously, that was restricted to memory that was divided by 8 pads and taking over one bank of memory. So we've increased that. Live loops are now also stereo or mono if you wish them to be mono, but stereo as well. And so there's much better memory management involved there now. So you can decide to only have a couple of live loops, but have them stereo and have them much longer. All sorts of stuff. Much of that's been explained in the video that Alex did. And also is in the user manual now, so you shouldn't have any problems getting to grips with that. Also, obviously, I've been talking a long time about the import of SP12 and SP1200 projects. That is in this firmware. So that's really simple process and converts them very faithfully, exactly the same as they would play on your SP1200. Just go into File Manager and you can locate multiple different image types. So that can be a .sp12 image, a .hfe or a .img. You just go into File Browser on your S2400, point it to that disk image, click it, and it will give you a prompt of asking you what to do. So, do you want me to convert this project and open it? There's a lot of benefits involved there, obviously, with samples and stuff that would otherwise have been inaccessible because of the image format and the way that the SP1200 stored its sequence data and sample data. Obviously, it converts that now to an S2400 sequence project and the songs, but also converts those to WAV files. So it's good for portability as well. Be able to unlock all of your old samples there. Really excited about that. There's been an awful lot of work, and I know it's not necessarily something that brings value to the machine itself, but I know there's a lot of people out there with a lot of old projects that they'd love to listen to again. Now, the floppy drive add-on is not quite ready yet. It shouldn't hopefully be too long. We've got a lot on our plate with other stuff, but it's definitely being worked on. But I know many of you have got your SP1200 stuff in image format. So keep your eyes out for the floppy drive, and I'll announce that as soon as it's ready. Also, some other tasty features made their way into the firmware right at the last minute. Now, this one is a huge one, and that's round robin slicing. And that's literally sort of been done over the past week or two. We didn't know it was coming, and then all of a sudden it was here. So that's asked a lot, that feature on the forum. And so round robin slicing, if you go into multi-mode slicing, you've got a loop, or you might have a load of different snare samples or whatever, but let's just say it's a loop and it would spread that across your 8 pads. If you go into then round robin mode, and there's many different modes, there's like sequentially from start to the last pad. Each time you hit the pad from outside multi-mode, it will cycle through the hits on those pads. So you can go up, you can go down the pads, up and down, ping pong mode, there's Brownian mode. There is random mode. So I'm going to show you a quick video that in action from Rory, our main QA testing guy, and he just put in the arm end brake and then went through a couple of the modes in round robin mode, and it's basically just it's an instant jungle remix feature. It sounds phenomenal. Here, have a quick listen. So yeah, there's that's in there. Obviously, a lot more configuration options and just some general quality of life improvements for the machine. So I'm not going to chat too much about it. There's all of this stuff to go through. I'm going to let you go and download it and enjoy yourselves with it. So have a great weekend. Don't forget the user manuals have all been updated. There's a lot more stuff that I want to talk about, but I want to keep this update short and sweet. So maybe next week we'll be talking about some other stuff. All right, take it easy and have a good weekend, guys. Happy birthday, Mickey.